Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our 2016 Operation Recognition Ceremony. My name is Paul Jessup, and it's my honor to serve as Riverside County's Deputy Superintendent of Schools. At this time, I'd like to invite you to stand as we begin our ceremony with a presentation of colors and flag salute by the Elsinore High School Flying Tiger Junior ROTC Color Guard under the direction of Sergeant Morris, flag salute by Cadet Captain Gerardo Castaneda, and the Star-Spangled Banner by the Martin Luther King High School Chamber Singers under the direction of Brian Holm.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please repeat after me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave, home of the
Right point, mark.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may be seated. Let's give another big round of applause to the Chamber Singers and the Elsinore High School Junior ROTC Color Guard. You'll be hearing and seeing from both of them later in our program today. It's my pleasure now to acknowledge some special guests who are with us today. I'll invite them to stand as they are announced. Audience, if you would please hold your applause until everyone has been recognized, and then we'll do one round of applause for them all. First, it's my pleasure to recognize a man whom with we work closely in putting this on this program, and that's Mr. Grant Gauchi, who is the Director of the Riverside County Department of Veterans Services. It's also our pleasure to have 6 of the 7 members of the Riverside County Board of Education here with us today. President Wendell Tucker, who is here to my left, Vice President Elizabeth Romero, board members Jeannie Corral, Ray Curtis, Barbara Hale, and Susan Rainey. It's also our pleasure to have several representatives of our state legislators, representing Senator Mike Morrell, Shane Massoud, representing Senator Richard Roth, Alty Holcomb, representing Senator Jeff Stone, John Hunneman, representing Assemblymember Jose Medina, Cesar Gomez, and representing Assemblymember Melissa Melendez, Danny Home. Also here representing Supervisor Marion Ashley is Dennis Gutierrez. If you give them all a big round of applause. County Superintendent Young is unable to be with us today. I wanted to say a few words on his behalf. This event, every 4 years, this event falls immediately after a national presidential election. And if you'd forgotten, we just had one, all right? And we have them because of this, the Constitution of the United States. And we have this Constitution because these brave men and others like them, millions of them, swore their true faith and allegiance and promised to support and defend the Constitution. Thank you for your service. I'd now like to invite Riverside County President of the Board of Education, Dr. Wendell Tucker.
Honored guests and awardees, friends and family of the supporters of them and my fellow board members, it's an honor to be here today. I've had the opportunity as a board member to participate in this activity for the last couple of years. And I've been a principal, I've been a superintendent, and I go to a lot of graduations over those years. But I can tell you, gentlemen, that this is the one that touches us the most as educators because of what you have done for us, to provide for us the opportunities because you served in this country. My father was a proud member of the medical corps of the Army, served in England during the war, and it always, as I look back on the years following World War II, one of the things that stands out in my mind is he was also, when he returned, a proud member of the American Legion. And I know some of you are veterans of the Foreign Wars Association and others of the American Legion. But as a child, as a young man and a teenager, the activities and the patriotism that took place at the American Legion was always something that I was pleased that I had that opportunity to rub shoulders with gentlemen like yourselves. So again, as the president of the board, as a longtime educator, it is a great honor to be able to recognize you today for the service that you provided to our country, for the sacrifices you made during the time of war and since then. And we are looking forward to handing you a diploma here in just a few minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, President Tucker. We sincerely hope that this is a very special day for each of you. In addition to the diplomas that will be presented today, each graduate will receive a flag that's been flown over our nation's capital. Our federal and state officials have also provided other commendations, and all graduates' names are being read into the congressional record next week when Congress is back in session. Each graduate will receive a written copy of the record in addition to a DVD of this afternoon's program. I'm going to invite the King Singers to come back to the stage. This is a very special part of the program that I think you'll enjoy. We'll be taking a stroll down memory lane and listen to a musical tribute to the United States branches of the armed services. And graduates and members of the audience, I invite you to stand when your branch of service is announced and your song is sung by the King Singers. Let's give them a big round of applause as they come back up.
On behalf of a grateful country and a grateful community, we thank you all for your service over there and all of the veterans that are here. So when you hear your service song sung, we'd appreciate your standing and joining as we sing. Army veterans, you're first. If you're an Army veteran, would you stand so we can salute you? Here we go.
Over hill, over dale, we have hit the dusty trail as the sleek sounds are rolling along.
Counter march, right about, hear those wagons over your shout, for those big songs come rolling along. Chorus high, high, hey, in the field artillery, call off your numbers loud and strong. And wherever you go, you will always know that Thank you, Army veterans. Now, if there are Coast Guard veterans with here, anyone here, a veteran of the Coast Guard, we appreciate them being here, vigilant on the home front, semper paratus, always prepared.
We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in Thee. Through surf and storm and howling gale, I shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus is our guide, our fame and glory too. To fight, to save or fight and die, I Coast Guard will all for you.
I bet we have a couple Marines with us. If you're a Marine veteran, would you stand, please, and stay standing so we can honor you for your service.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First we'll fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marine.
Thank you. And now, Air Force veterans, if you would stand and stay standing. If you're an Air Force vet, would you stand?
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, swimming to meet our thunder, and boys giving the gun. Down we dive, spouting our frame from under, off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame, go down in flame, nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.
Thank you, Air Force veterans. And now, if you're a Navy veteran, would you stand and join us so we can honor you? Stand and stay standing. And thank you for your vigilance for us there. What a wonderful thing.
Anchors away, my boys, anchors away. Farewell to college joys, we sail at break of day, 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 day. Through our last night on shore, drink to the foam, until we meet once more. Here's wishing you a happy voyage.
Thanks to one and all.
Now we reach the point in the program for why we're here. I'm going to ask Mr. Grant Gauci if he'd come forward and please say a few words as we prepare to present diplomas. And Board of Education, I think we'll wait until Grant has done a few of his remarks and then we'll bring you up, okay? Mr. Grant Gauci.
Thank you, and I'm very blessed and feel honored to be here to help to celebrate this special ceremony. Before we begin our program, I'd like to share with you a message from the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Today is the birthday for the Marine Corps, and so I'd like to take a moment to read this message. This is from the Commandant of the U.S. Marines. Each year on around 10 November, Marines gather in groups large and small to celebrate our history, honor the memory of those who have gone before us, and rekindle the bond that unites all generations of Marines. This year, we mark the 241st anniversary of our Corps, 241 years of uncommon valor, innovation, and combat excellence. Marines are a part of something bigger than any of us any of us could imagine. Whether you fought in the battles of World War I, in the Pacific during World War II, in the Korea or Vietnam War, or in Desert Shield or Desert Storm, or just in the streets of Iraq and Afghanistan, or you are just starting out your Marine Corps journey, we are all part of an elite family of warriors. For the rest of your life, the first term people will use to describe you will be Marine. When the Continental Congress stood up 2 battalions of Marines in 1775, a culture of discipline, vigilance, professionalism, and military excellence was born that was characterized our Corps for nearly two and a half centuries. As Marines, we have a profound respect for our traditions and heritage, and for taking care of each other. We know we're strongest when we're together as a team. Wherever you are celebrating our Corps' birthday in this year, look around at the Marines beside you and remember the bonds forged in training, in garrison, and in combat. Take this time to reconnect. We are Marines for life. It is our responsibility, our duty, to maintain and build upon the legacy of those who have gone before us. What we do today, guided by what we've learned from the past generations, will determine the future of our Corps. So as we celebrate this 241st anniversary of our Corps, we also look ahead to and prepare for our next success. Take pride in carrying out our legacy forward. Happy birthday, Marines. That's Semper Fidelis, Robert B. Neller, General U.S. Marine Corps. To LT and the other Marines in the audience, happy birthday. Okay, and now we will begin our graduation ceremony. The honorees here today are veterans of the Army, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Navy. Following their service, they went on to lead productive, successful lives and return to their communities. But they're missing something, completing their high school education and receiving their high school diploma. Today, we will help complete that unfinished goal. The honorees who are unable to attend today's ceremony will receive their diploma and commendations in the mail. So veterans, as your names are called, please come up to the podium to my left. Receive your diploma from the Riverside County Board of Education President Wendell Tucker, and accept the congratulations from the Riverside County Board of Education and the Riverside County Superintendent of Schools. Then pause for a picture by our photographer and then exit to my right. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please return to the area where you checked in to pick up your other accommodations. So now, for the moment we've been waiting for, our first veteran to receive his diploma. John Danahy, who is not here with us today. He served in the United States Army during the Vietnam War. He and his wife Margaret have 3 children and 10 grandchildren. Mr. Danahy received the following special commendations: the National Defense Service Medal, the Vietnam Service Medal, Vietnam Campaign Medal, and Sharpshooter. James Milton Hannibal, who is also not here today, served in the United States Air Force during the Vietnam War. His special accommodations include the National Defense Service Medal and the Air Force Good Conduct Medal. Leonard W. Heiselt served in the United States Navy during the Vietnam War. He and his wife Evelyn have 8 children, 18 grandchildren, 22 great-grandchildren. Mr. Heiselt received the following special accommodations: the National Defense Service Medal and the Good Conduct Medal, his second award.
Congratulations, sir. Sure, please stand up. Thank you for your service.
James William Hicks. He's not in attendance today, but he served in the United States Army in the Vietnam War. He and his wife, Christine, have 3 children and 5 grandchildren. Mr. Hicks received the following special commendations: the National Defense Service Medal, the Vietnam Campaign Medal, and the Vietnam Service Medal. Alvin C. Horn. He served in the U.S. Air Force in the Korean War. He and his wife, Gloria, have 7 children, 9 grandchildren, and 7 great-grandchildren. Mr. Horn received the following special commendations: the National Defense Service Medal and the Good Conduct Medal.
Congratulations, sir. Thank you for your service. Jeremy, please let the gentleman. Thank you very much.
Edward Patrick Mata served in the United States Army during World War II. Mr. Mata is being awarded his diploma posthumously, and here today accepting the diploma are his wife Esther and daughter Patsy. Mr. Mata and his wife have 4 children, 10 grandchildren, and 15 great-grandchildren. He received the following special commendations: the World War II Victory Ribbon and the Philippine Independence Ribbon. Robert Navarro. Served in the United States Army during the Korean War and returned to serve in Desert Storm. Mr. Navarro has 5 children, 9 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, and he received the following commendations: the National Defense Service Medal, the Army Lapel Pin, the Army Service Ribbon, 3 non-commissioned officer professional development ribbons, the Overseas Service Ribbon, the Army Reserve Components Achievement Medal, Sharpshooter M16 Rifle Badge, and the Expert Badge for the rifle.
It's my pleasure to give you this diploma. Face this gentleman right there. Excellent, thank you.
Walter Shedler. Walter Shedler served in the United States Army during World War II. Mr. Shedler has 1 child, 2 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. He received the following special accommodations: the Good Conduct Medal, the Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal, and the American Defense Service Medal.
Congratulations, sir. Thank you for your service. I really appreciate everything you've done. It's my honor to give you this diploma. Hold that right there. Use that right there.
Tony M. Tovar. Tony served in the United States Army during the Korean War. He and his wife Josie have 6 children, 13 grandchildren, and 20 great-grandchildren, and 4 great-great-grandchildren.
Sir, congratulations. It's a pleasure and my honor to give you this. Thank you for your service to our country. And right here.
Excuse me, on behalf of the Riverside County Office of Education and the Riverside County Department of Veteran Services, congratulations to you all, and thank you for your service. God bless. Now I'll turn the program over to Board President Wendell Turner, or Tucker.
Close. Gentlemen, on behalf of the Riverside County Board of Education and the Riverside County Office of Education, I accept this graduating class and pronounce you graduates from the Riverside County High School. I want to extend my congratulations to each of our graduates and express our appreciation for all that you have done in the service of our great country. If you will now take your tassels and move them to the left side of you. Those of you that have attended high school graduations, you know that is the traditional signal that you are now officially a high school graduate. Congratulations, gentlemen.
And for those of you who are into statistics, our graduation rate in the county just went up. Before we conclude the program, I'd like to invite the Elsinore High School Flying Tigers Junior ROTC Color Guard to the stage for a special Retiring of the Colors tribute.
and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our program today. Thank you so much for coming. Please ask the graduates to remain at the front of the room for your class photo. And guests, please feel free to enjoy the refreshments at the back of the room. Thank you again. Congratulations, class of 2016.
I served in the Navy aboard submarines from 1957 to 1967. Well, it was a long time in coming for me. I was raised in Utah on a farm, and education was not an important thing to the people that I grew up with. And I joined the Navy, and as I moved through life, education became more and more important. And to be able to accomplish this and no longer have to dodge the subject whenever it came up, because over the years I've had PhDs working for me, so I've had some pretty nice positions. But the conversation would come around as to when did you graduate from high school, or which college did you go to? And I would always have to dodge that. I'm not much for prevaricating, and so today means a lot to me.
I couldn't wait to go in. I was 16 years old when I went in. Told my mother if they didn't sign for me, I was going to get put in jail, so she won't sign. I went in just before I was 17 years old. Another guy from my same town, he went in with me. Edward Thomas went in the same time I did. I was a refrigeration air conditioning mechanic in the Air Force. And then after I got out, I stayed in there about 17 years, I guess. Then went into management. I would come out of field office management, GSA, General Service Administration, still in the federal government. And I retired from that, and I retired and went into maintenance and operation in the Air Force, in the school district, College School District. Then after I got out of that, I became served in the grand jury about 4 years in Riverside County.
When I joined the Army, when my training was at Fort Ord, California. For everybody know, I think they closed now. And then from there I went to Colorado for the Fort Carson, Colorado. Stayed there for a year, and then I got shipped out to overseas. And then when I came back, I decided, I got married and everything. And I decided to go back, and I went back in the reserves. So I went to reserves, and they assigned me to a supply. I hate paperwork in the office, right? So I transferred to transportation. And that's why I stayed ever since. I made a tour of duty in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait. Yeah, Desert Shield and Desert Storm. I was there too. I was 54 years old. Had to go back to basic training at Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Oh my God. I went through basic training. The whole thing that you do is 18 when I was 18. Till the captain came over here. Sergeant Navarro, how old are you? I said, I'm 54. Anybody that's over 40 years don't have to take basic training. So now you tell me. I almost died of a heart attack. I thought I'd never graduate from high school. But after all the things we've done, even for the veterans, that's an honor, a real honor. I'm 80 years old right now. But they say you never go too old to learn. So I'll think about go to a higher program, not college, but they have junior colleges, like Mount Sac, Rio Hondo, one of those. Take a subject that's easy, not a hard subject.
I'm just really happy to finally accomplish that diploma, and I love it to death, and I appreciate the educational people for presenting it to me. Well, yeah, at 95, there isn't much longer to plan on, so I'm looking for the pearly gates.